Alright, so this one is for the records. This video is not specifically for a particular audience. Whether you felt alienated from my last or not, I don't know. I will be recording this for the ages. Actually, I will be right back in a moment. Hi, Doreen. Long time no see. I need to get my charger cable. Yeah. Do I have it here? Yes, I do. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, I don't need to go far then. Hi, Bless. Look at that. I still know and remember everyone. Happy New Year. 大家好，新年快乐. How you doing today? Happy Chinese New Year. The year of the ox. Time to make some money, unless you are a cow. If you were born in the year of the cow, you're not going to like this year. The coronavirus came in my year. So it was definitely a bad year for me. Anyways, if you don't know by now, I am playing PlayStation 5. There's a baby right there. It's enjoying its position in the house, and I'm going to finally, not just only unbox Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake at least 1 hour of the game. I just unwrapped the plastic, but I haven't yet opened the box. You can see how clean it is right now. This game has been out for a while, but the thing is, my PlayStation 4 was very old. It was the very first model of PlayStation. Got it in Korea, and it's been behind in technology for a while, ever since even. Not able to keep up with the speed or the rate of speed past or beyond, I would say 400 to 500 megabits per second internet. It ignores pretty much that anything over 500, and it doesn't pick up 5G wireless band signals. So yeah, again, thank you and happy Chinese New Year. I was just thinking about the time I was at Mall of Asia and I met you. I met you there, and we met in an electronics shop. How fun was that, right? A lot of memories at Mall of Asia, of course. During who was just in Castle, we all went together with my co-worker Solomon. We went to eat at a really wonderful restaurant, eating foods that I would never eat, and also the same place where you've all seen the video of the fireworks. I sat with my illustrator Gladys. It's been a wonderful 5 years since. Philippines is where I will be going back to very soon. I will be visiting or revisiting all the countries that I've once visited that were stamped on my old passport, to renew the stamps in my new passport also, but hopefully to one day reunite with some good people. So anyways, I guess stay tuned for that one day when we'll be able to travel between countries. I would say it'll take anywhere from 3 to 5 years before we'll be able to, and I mean since the coronavirus has been out, before we'll be able to do that. So let's get this started. Get all my little windows up here, and that brightness was from Google. Actually, let's unbox. But first, before we do, the deluxe edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake contains a Sephiroth Steelbook. I really needed that. I didn't even look at the back, and I get a Sephiroth Steelbook. I want that. 64-page hardback art book and a mini soundtrack CD. I need that. Okay. It also includes a DLC for bonus summon materia, so I get that as well. The legend returns for all generations. What's up, Sirich? The world is under control of Shinra Corporation, controlling the planet's life force as Mako Energy. In the city of Midgar, Klaus Strife, former member of Shinra's elite soldier unit, now turned mercenary, lends his aid to the Avalanche resistant group, unaware of the epic consequences that await him. The story of this first standalone game in the Final Fantasy Remake project covers up to... Remember, it's a project, it's not a full game, which is crazy. They let us know it's not full. I'm going to put them in my CD book. I have a CD book already. I carry 2 CD books mostly throughout my lifetime. The first one was now with my mom because I foolishly gave it to her thinking I wasn't going to need the game discs in there. I had a lot of Xbox games in there, and they would have worked with my Series X. So the next time, if I ever see my mom, I will pick that thing up. It has my entire Dragon Ball Z collection and my Gundam collection, but I've already backed those up. Hi, Trixie. And, oh yeah. It's the first project covering up to the party's escape from Mega, goes deeper into the events occurring in the city than the original Final Fantasy VII. So I'm anticipating seeing more than what the original story has shown me before. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's unbox. Smells so good. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, it's packed. Look at that. It's hard to take stuff out. You have to slide it out first. All right. Got the standard game. The disc. It's looking just like the original PlayStation version. I remember holding the PlayStation game. I didn't even really want to play Final Fantasy at the time. My friend was like, "You need to play it. You need to play it." And then I never played it. I just listened to the music. Loved the music. But it was my friend Mike who let me borrow the game because he was borrowing my other game. It had a trade for trade. And I was still not particularly wanting to play the game because he hadn't even played his own game yet. But once I played it, I was like, I couldn't stop playing it. And then I had to master the game. Throw away that trash PC. Hey, you know, like, I love PC. Also, if the PC could ever slow down its technology and I could enjoy games on there, I would. I have a lot of games. Most of the games I play on PC and Mac, by the way, I won't play on a console system. And most games on the console system, I won't play on a PC. For example, I won't play a FPS shooter on any console but an Xbox. For some reason, I played it on Nintendo 64. That was the last console outside of Xbox I played. It's just the controller. It's just the controller, how simple it makes it. Back in the day, I mean, the Xbox One controller was not compatible with anything but Xbox, and once you get used to it, bam, it's fine. Then fighting games. I mean, I've been playing so many fighting games on not only the GameCube, which is not a good controller to play like Soul Calibur. It does have Link. The game was made easier because of Link. But I play fighting games on PlayStation controller because it's just, the Japanese system is very compatible with that. I'm just used to it, and most fighting game exclusives or are exclusively released on PlayStation, though I am aware they're also on PC. I feel like I need to update my PC every time. Like I had a PC. I bought a top-of-the-line PC and made the mistake of like not getting it checked out after I had it done, and since then I'm just like, I don't want to keep like having to go through fixing it and everything, because I went from like just being a poor dude on the street and then going into like having a job, and then once I had a job, I'm like, I don't want to spend any time like worrying about what's in my house. I play a game, get out of the house, and stay out of the house, and then I come back home, play the game, go to sleep. So I'm just kind of like that. I don't want to like interrupt that flow by fixing the PC and doing anything new to it. But yeah, miners are pretty much killing the PC game right now. The industry, they're killing everything. As far as like taking all the the high end video cards, and I guess as we were talking about before, yeah, that sucks. But I don't know if you can play Final Fantasy VII Remake on anything but the PlayStation consoles right now. But we're going to give it a try to PlayStation 5. I'm not even sure if it's going to work, but I got PlayStation 4 in the graveyard right now. This thing has the uh, same stuff as we can see on the back. It has network features, sorry, which is kind of unheard of for a Final Fantasy game, 7 game. 100 gigabytes minimum, which I had nothing like that on my PlayStation 4. I think I was down to like 2 gigabytes. DualShock 4 vibration function. That sounds good now that I have a DualSense controller. Yeah, my God, wow, that's amazing. I mean, I wonder if like if I could have gotten a new motherboard and everything, if I could have just gotten, I don't know, if I would have just gotten an entirely new computer and did this stuff, it would have been great. HDMI output is 720i, 1080p, and remote play, so that means I can play on my Vita. I mean, it's about time PlayStation gets to fixing or updating their portable hardware. And PS4 Pro Enhanced. You know, by the way, I feel as though the PlayStation should not do handhelds anymore. And I'm just saying, if they're going to do handhelds, they're probably going to just need to make a Sony device, like a mobile device that plays Android games or whatever, allows emulators like the Xbox Series X does, and that's it, right? Like, yeah, Borderlands. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a console. I mean, the only thing that's wrong with having a console when you are a collector overseas is just having to carry it. There's nothing wrong with having consoles. Some people just like having the consoles. It makes them feel good. For me, I have a PlayStation 4 and I have the Japanese games that I need to play on PlayStation. Some of them, I mean, I just don't want to put them on a computer because they just continuously need to have, maintenance and updates and storage upgrades and all this stuff. Yep. And Microsoft sold more units in UK for the Xbox than PlayStation 5 too. The retailers gotten better at like selling their Xboxes rather than their PlayStations, but they gotten better in UK. They limit like who can buy what, and also the website's also limited who can buy what too, so scalpers can't nab. Yeah, Sony should make they should make a device that can handle Android systems and possibly their own, or at least open up to like indie developers or something, or not to complicate the system, but they should really get into something like a dual hardware system. Olia is here. Thanks for adding to the viewer count. Let's take a look at the other stuff. But first, what I want to do is take the game out, because it is possible while we are checking out the stuff that the game might need to be installed or loaded or whatever into the PlayStation, as I tried to do earlier with the Black Ops game, the old Black Ops game. I just put it in to see how it worked. It just went in all kind of strange. Ooh, little code here. Okay, so let's hide that for a moment. And it says here we have the data disk first. So I guess we do need to load the game into. This is why we need 100 megabytes. This is the data disk. This is the play disk. I need to put this in first, which is the reason why most people like PCs now, because you don't need to do all this extra stuff. But shiny. Let's do this. So, by the way, you don't have to be on Instagram to watch this video. You can also come to the YouTube side or the Twitch side or the Twitter side. I'm doing the stream on everything right now. But first, let me put this in real quick. And it's crazy because Bye. It's crazy that the disc goes in kind of upside down compared to like the old systems where the big bottom part is you know, kind of facing down. So does the disc. Well, it's the other way, right? And so this is what we have here. If you're not on the stream, if you're not on the streams here, I just put the disc in, and now it's copying to the SSD. If I were to buy this game, it's telling me how much the game costs. It's digital, almost $100 freaking. That's crazy. And yeah, I guess I gotta let this thing like load up right now. Have fun. I don't know where you're going, Olia, but yeah, have fun. This is cool. Okay, so this is definitely in my collection thing. I love Final Fantasy 7. Oh my god. I totally forgot that I had French fries, and so I just tried it. It's so dry. I'm not gonna eat those. Free demo from PlayStation Store, Kingdom Hearts 3. Though I can play Kingdom Hearts 3 for free on my Xbox Series X. What's up with that? And you should get her to retouch some footage. We should do like a rap video. You know, I make a rap song, do the video, we go through the city. Final Fantasy 14. I played it, didn't like it. Just way too much stuff. Like, you had to have started Final Fantasy 14 from back in the day when the UI was like very simple. Now it's like so full. It's just too much on the screen, like especially for a console system. Now, I would play Final Fantasy online when I had Final Fantasy, what is it, 11 or something like that. I played that online. I played that on my PC. Like, I couldn't play it on the PlayStation, and that's just because those kind of games, there's just so much on screen. I would need to have a mouse. I would need to have a keyboard. I would just need to be free of mind and just only play that game. Like, these kind of strategy RPG games where the UI is 25% of the screen. I definitely would need a PC for that. Only because, like, I'm a big time macros guy when it comes to those kind of games. There's just too much stuff to do, and then whenever I clear out the screen, like, I like to just be able to customize my keyboard to do the things that I want, like, real fast. Equip weapons, like, you know, equip a weapon right away, or go into like a second sub, and then like hit some magic or something like that if I need to, which is very rare because I'm usually a warrior class or a fighting class, brawler class, melee class, whatever. I got like this little book here. It lets me, it gives me like some codes for saving money on merchandise while I'm in whatever country this is from. Maybe London, England. I got a code here for Cactuar Summon Materia. I'm not going to show that code because there's only one, and I'm going to use it for myself. I got another registration card you can add to my Square Enix stuff here. Let's see. And I'm going to see myself on Facebook. Loading up the other sites here. I'm not playing Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm playing Final Fantasy